program would not be the success it is without the input of many people. I cannot claim to take the credit. Many people have put this together. The leadership of Alice and especially Charles here at the ministry, the people of Kenya, the people who make their contribution to the housing levy, their hard-earned money. They are the greatest transformers of our nation. They take the credit for what Jerusha is today, what Steve is, and all the good people who are here. But to thank also our partners. The World Bank here has been a solid partner. We had the first session of this meeting 2 years ago. They were here with us. They have worked with us under different programs, making sure that, number one, the planning is correct so that we avoid future slums by making sure that we support our counties to do the necessary planning, to provide physical infrastructure, as they have said, make sure that there are roads, make sure that they support our program in providing for physical infrastructure, and also for ownership, titling. They have supported our titling program, which again confers ownership to all the good people here. They will have a document which will signify their ownership of the spaces that they have. So World Bank, we want to say we are truly grateful. We look forward to working with you into the future as we, in the words of our UN rep here, Habitat, that we are making it better. We are working towards getting a hub so that what lessons we have learned today, we can use them to improve the output tomorrow. And progressively, that helps us to develop a better program, much more efficient, much more cost-effective, and better for the ultimate beneficiaries of this program, and also for the general good of our nation. And so, to everybody here, and I really sincerely want to thank all the people who have spoken here. You people are great, I know Peter here has had to stop his work at the workshop. I don't know how he's going to earn his pay today. But thank you very much, and Jerusha, for making time, and my good friend Peter here from Bahati, and Lillian, thank you very much for doing the CHP work that you're doing. And Maureen, I know you're waiting, but your wait is not going to be long. And Pastor, continue to pray for us so that this can succeed. And to all the people of Kenya and all the leaders who we are working together, the counties have been phenomenal. My sister Susan and all the governors, you've been, helpful to the members of parliament who supported this program. They passed the legislation, they interrogated the program, they provide oversight, they make sure that we spend the money well. The committee and all the members of parliament, I really want to very sincerely thank them. And all the contractors, the Juakali people and the people who support this program. One strange thing about this program, and forgive me if I have taken too long to talk about this program, just forgive me, I am passionate about this. We can have this conversation for another 3 hours. I will be home with it. But to thank all the contractors, I was saying one major thing about this affordable housing and all the markets we are building, and for your information, we are not just thinking about our men in uniform, we are thinking about all the other contributors in this space. We're also thinking about our boys and girls, our sons and daughters in universities, TVETs, Kenya Medical Training colleges. We are building spaces for 177,000 young people in our TVETs, our colleges, our universities, because we also recognize that some of our sons and daughters in these institutions live in conditions that are not good. And that is why we have a program to do hostels for them. They will be able to pay maybe the same amount they are paying in the informal settlements where they are staying at the moment, but they will now be in very decent shelter. The thing I was saying is, the most strange thing is none of the contractors in this space comes from outside Kenya. All the contractors doing our affordable housing today are Kenyan contractors. I mean, it's phenomenal. You know, you would expect that you have big Chinese companies or some other companies from elsewhere. This affordable housing is being built by Kenyan contractors. And a very big thank you and congratulations to them. And to sum it up is to say that going into the future, as I said, we have a pipeline of 700,000 housing units that is already where we have identified land, we are designing, we are working on improving from what we have today, learning what different configurations of housing that would make much more sense to more Kenyans. We're getting feedback from people like Cherusha and others who are living there. What is it that we can do better? And working with the UN, as they have said, doing a lab where we can, get more info, do more research, do a lot more R&D so that we can better deliver on this project. I just want to commit to the people of Kenya that we will make this program transparent. No public resources will be lost in this program. We will make it efficient. It is my commitment to make sure that this program will be above board. We will share as much information as possible. In fact, the construction costs are open. Before you even apply, we tell you, if you want to quote more than this, don't even waste your time, because we cannot accept any bids beyond what we have designed the house to cost us. And we also are very careful about quality. We are not going to take any substandard work. And I want to thank our professionals, the Institute of Engineers, the Institute of Architects. For your information, our Kenyan professionals have made a big contribution to the success of this program. They have reduced their fee from about 12% of the construction cost to 2.5%. That is a mark of patriotism. Because of the scale of what we are building, we negotiated with them. And I want to say this so that Kenyans can know that we have some patriotic Kenyans out there. Our engineers, our architects have provided their professional service to this housing program at 20% of the cost. Correct? I sat down with them. They looked at me in the eye. I looked at them in the eye and I told them, look, we are giving you a big job. This is our country. Let everybody make their contribution. They are the heroes of this project, those professionals. And they have kept the standards. I must commend them. They have kept the standards. And I want to tell them to continue making sure that the standards are high and we are not building anything that is substandard. And to finally tell the people of Kenya of my commitment, I will not allow anybody to define me in terms of time and terms and elections. No. This project is not about how many terms you serve or which elections come this way or that way. I want leadership in Kenya to be defined by how much impact we are making, how much transformation we are undertaking, and how good a foundation we are laying for generations to come. That is what Kenya should be defined. That is how leadership should be defined in Kenya. It's not how long you serve. It is not, all about those things is about how much of a difference are you making? How much of an impact are you making? How much transformation are we undertaking? And how solid a foundation are we building? Not for tomorrow, not for the next election, but for the next generation. That is my focus, and I want to encourage all of us as leaders to focus about the future. We have wasted a lot of time. We have wasted eternity chasing the next election, chasing the next most popular thing, and in the process, our country has suffered. We are going to change that trajectory by God's grace, and this country is going to go places. I am very happy to preside over the transformation of our country, and I want to encourage us to be part and parcel of this transformation. Asante sana, God bless you, and I wish you well.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I also want to take this chance to thank the audience. Your Excellency, I don't know whether you checked, the people stayed put. It means that this conversation was hitting all the right points. Thank you so much for being patient. God bless you.